Good afternoon, everyone. It's funny how every time I do this, it zooms out. Here we go. Welcome to yoga. Just a reminder, I am not able to play music for you. If you'd like to listen to music, feel free to find your own music, play it from your phone or whatever you like to play music from. As we wait for people to hop on, we're just going to find our comfortable seated position, relax our eyes, and just take a few moments for ourselves. Keeping your eyes relaxed, I want you to just start to roll your neck side to side. Very slowly. Bringing that chin through the center, down to your chest. Shoulders stay relaxed. Bringing your head back to center. We're going to scoot those feet behind us and sit back on our heels. So if this puts too much pressure on your quads or maybe your ankles, feel free to place a pillow between your bottom and your ankles. If you're compensating by leaning forward, go ahead and bring that pillow between your bottom and your ankles. I want you to sit tall with those shoulders up, chest open. We're going to bring, actually, maybe if I turn to the side, we're going to bring those arms forward. Right arm stays forward, left arm reaches back. Open that chest here. Left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back, same thing. Let's bring that right hand forward. I want you to link your fingers together, push those palms away from your body, round to the spine as you tuck your chin into your chest. You should feel like you're pulling those shoulder blades apart. Pulling your shoulders back and lifting through the chin. Let's go ahead and lift onto our knees here. Adjusting that placement in line with your hips. Extending that left leg out to the side. Arms reach up to our ears. Dropping that right hand, you can either place it on something for support, or you can reach down to the floor, keeping that space between your ear and your shoulder. And lengthening out through the sides. Inhale, start with your arm. Lift with your chest. Keeping that leg extended, let's sit back onto that right heel. Left leg stays extended here. Inhale, let's shift our weight back onto those hands. I'm going to try to do this without kicking my closet. We're going to raise that left foot off the floor out to the side, squeeze with the glutes, control as you kick behind you, releasing with the toe, and then with the knee. From here, we can walk our hands back up and lift onto our knees. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. Right leg extends, arms lift. Exhale, release that left hand either to something to place your hand on or down to the floor. Remember to keep that space between your ear and your shoulders open. Slow inhale as you lift with the arm, raise with the chest, and sit back onto that left heel. Inhale, let's shift forward onto our hands. Raising that right leg off the floor, squeeze with the glutes. Control as you kick behind you. Release with the toe. And then gently with the knee. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back up and lift. I'm going to turn again. You don't have to, you can stay where you're at. Knees are in line with your hips. We're going to place those hands on your lower back. Fingertips are facing down. And we're just going to open our chest, lift our chin. Those hands are on your lower back for support. So if you're feeling pain, I would avoid that pelvic tilt or avoid arching your lower back. But if it does not hurt you and it's just uncomfortable, then feel free to push those hips forward. Slowly lifting back up. We're not going to go into a full camel today. Sit back on your heels into your child's pose. Feel free to walk those hands side to side if you'd like. We are going to be on our hands for a little bit. So if you need to roll out our wrists before we shift into that plank, go ahead and roll out those wrists. And when you're ready, let's shift forward. All right, so if you want to stay here in your modified plank, I suggest you bring those knees back a little bit so you're still engaging that core. Or if you want to lift into a full plank with me, we're going to raise onto our toes. Like I said, we are going to be here for a second, so just be prepared for that. We're going to tuck our knee into our chest, bring that knee to our opposite elbow, back to center, kick back. Let's do the other side. Knee to chest, opposite elbow, center, and back. Let's do one more on each side. In, elbow, center, and back. One more. All right, give those wrists a break. Sit back into child's pose. Feel free to roll those wrists out if you need to. We're going to do that one more time, but don't worry, we're not going to hold this time. So go ahead and lift back into your plank. Tucking that right knee into your chest, bringing it across. This time we're going to allow our thigh to release, allowing that leg behind us to release. So the modified version is with your foot closer to your body. You can take that further by extending that leg further away from your hips. Let's rotate our hip bones towards the front and release to those forearms. Pressing yourself back to your hands if you are not already. We're going to bring that into a reverse. So I'm going to tuck that knee back into my body, tucking my back toe under. As I raise my hips, my knee also comes off the floor, bringing your knee back to center and step back. Let's do the other side. So tuck that knee into your chest, bring it across your body and extend out. Releasing the outside of your thigh to your mat. Again, the closer your foot is to your body, the modify the position, the further out, the deeper the stretch. When you're ready, go ahead and release. Pressing yourself back to your hands. I'm going to tuck that foot closer to my body before I tuck that back toe under, lifting my hips and my knee off the floor, bringing that knee to center and stepping back into plank. Let's go ahead and release back into that child's pose. Feel free to rock those hips side to side if you need to. Maybe roll out your wrists. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, release down here to the mat. Inhale, press yourself up into the cobra of your choice. We are going to do this a few times, so feel free to give yourself some time to warm up. Exhale, release back down to your mat. Inhale, wave those hips back into child's pose. Like I said, we're going to do that a few times. Feel free to follow your own pace, so you don't need to follow me here. As you inhale, you're going to wave forward. Exhale, release down to your mat. Inhale, lift into the cobra of your choice. Exhale, release. Inhale, press and wave. So you may be going a little bit slower, and that's okay. Kind of listen to your body. Each time you do it, try to exaggerate the movement a little bit more. Once you complete your last one, we're going to meet back in child's pose here. Inhale, wave or shift forward. Tuck the tongue twister. Tuck your toes under and lift those knees up and hips back into downward dog. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, let's take those feet up towards our hands. Hold here for a breath or two. Stepping that left foot back as your right foot stays forward. Raising those arms into that high lunge. Remember to keep those hips rolled under. Big breath in. As you exhale, twist open over to the right. Inhale, raise back to center. Exhale, lower hands to prayer. We're going to go back into that twist, this time bringing your left elbow to your right knee. Let's see if we can shift our way onto that right foot as we step forward with our left into our twisted chair. Rotate back to center and lift into standing. Exhale your hands to your sides. Somehow I twisted my mat there. Inhale, bring those arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward fold, hips press back. I am tongue twisted all over the place today. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, release back into that forward fold. Preparing for that sequence on the other side. This time our left foot stays forward as our right foot steps back. Lifting those arms, high lunge. Remember to keep those hips rolled under. Big breath in. Exhale as you twist over to the left. Inhale back to center. Lowering your hands to heart. Twisting that right elbow to your left knee this time. Shifting your weight onto that left side. As you step forward, twisted chair, hips stay down here. Slowly rotate to center and lift into standing. Walk it out, shake it out. Raise those arms up. Exhale your arms to your sides. Let's take a few deep breaths. Feel free to walk those feet out. Shake out those legs. Inhale, eyes follow those fingertips overhead. You can stay here. If you want to take this a step further, you can slightly reach behind you. Slow lift back to center. Exhale, swan dive forward fold. Hands on the floor so that you can hop or step back into plank. Bending your knees if you need to. Gently release those knees, sit back into child's pose. I don't know if I've done this virtually yet, but we are going to work shoulder stands next. So if you're not on something soft, you may either want to sit this one out or maybe find some kind of carpet or soft, thicker mat of some sort. These yoga mats can be kind of thin sometimes. Don't get too afraid. I will walk you through it, talk you through it step by step. Take those hands below your shoulders, go ahead and press yourself up. Scoot back onto your glutes. We're gonna scoot to the front of our mat. Again, if this is uncomfortable for you, just it's not soft enough or you're just not comfortable with it, you're welcome to modify. Stop at any point or just sit it out. Watch till next time you are on something comfortable, you can give it a shot. So we're gonna start here by just rolling. We're just rolling onto our back and lifting back up. Just do that a few times. Pretty simple here. Simple start. Then we're going to start to take those hands away. Place them on your mat. So if at any point you get stuck or it's challenging, that's where you're going to want to stop. You can either keep working on it, you can take a break and then keep working on it. If you're ready to move on with me, we're going to take those feet and shoot them directly over your hips. So when I say that, feel free to watch this first one. When I say that, I mean up to the ceiling compared to this way. You see how the difference? So I want you to shoot those feet up to the ceiling here. Hips come off the floor, hands to the side. This might be your stopping point. Good exercise to work on. All right, for those of you who are ready for the shoulder stand, some of you have done it with me before, so you're probably already holding it, knowing you. We're gonna catch ourselves at the top of that hip raise. You're wrapping your hands around your hips. Your fingers are facing up towards your glutes. So hips, hands on your hips. Notice those feet are up to the ceiling and not towards my head. Squeezing those ankles, feet or toes are pointed. Tuck those knees into your forehead and slowly release. Some of you, maybe that was your first time trying it. Some of you have done it with me before. Some of you may not have done it for a while. Great job, everyone. All right, let's keep those feet flat on the floor here. And just feel your breath. You can place your hands on your belly. And we kind of work that core a little bit more today. Let's tuck one knee into our chest. Extend the other leg out in front of us. Reaching for the outside of that knee with our opposite arm. Let's bring that knee across our body, allowing that hip to release if you're comfortable with it, and extending your opposite arm out to the side. Inhale, bringing that knee back to center. Sliding your opposite foot to join into your tight ball and just rolling your lower back onto your mat. You can draw small circles, or maybe you're just rocking side to side. Let's go ahead and relax. Keeping your opposite knee tucked in as you extend the leg you just did. Bringing that knee across your body, allowing your hip to release, and opening your arm out to the side. Slowly bringing that knee back to center, rolling onto both hips. Placing that foot on the floor before sliding your heel out in front of you. Let's go ahead and place those hands to either side of your body. Relaxing your eyes if they are not already. Deep breath in through your nose. Complete that inhale before exhaling gently through your mouth. Let's continue to repeat that pattern. Keeping your mind focused on your breath and your body, and ignoring any outside distractions. Keeping your eyes relaxed. Go ahead and place your hands on your belly and just feel your breath for a second. Eventually sliding your feet flat to the floor. And rolling over to one side. I want you to take a few moments to open your eyes. And when you're ready, slowly press yourself back into the comfortable seated position we started in. Let's finish with our deep breaths. Inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, deep breath in. And exhale. One more time, hands come into prayer. Exhale your hands to your heart. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday, everyone. And don't forget, if you are not already planning on joining our Corvallis Q&A tomorrow, if you're not a part of the Corvallis site, then you can ignore this. But if you are, you have the opportunity to win bands, workout bands for home, since I know we might be here for a while, some little glute bands. So make sure you participate in our Q&A tomorrow if you are available, and I will see you all soon enough. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you don't have the invite for tomorrow, feel free to reach out and I'm happy to send it to you. Karen, are you on the Corvallis site? If you are on the Corvallis site, you should have received an invite, and if not, then I'm happy to forward it over. Kathy, I'm so happy to hear that. Karen, you got it. You got it. That's awesome, Kathy. Yay! Have a wonderful day, everyone.